Hi, here we have a confused bank teller transpose the rupees and paisa when he cashed a check for Shailaja, if giving her rupees instead of paise and paise instead of rupees. So for example, if Shailaja came to get X rupees and Y paisa. So if you have 3 rupees and 40 paisa, you write it like this, right? 3.40. So that's how I'm writing it. So Shailaja came to get X rupees Y paisa, but she actually gets Y rupees and X paise. So for example, if she came to get 11 rupees 30 paisa, she gets 30 rupees and 11 paise. The rupee and paise are transposed. Now after buying a toffee of 50 paisa, Shailaja noticed that she was left with exactly 3 times as much the amount on the check. So which of the following is a valid statement about the check amount? So let's do one thing. Let's compare all these amounts into paise, right? So X rupees is effectively 100 into X paise and Y paise is Y paise, right? If you want 11 rupees 30 paise, to convert this whole amount into paise, what you do is you multiply it with 100, right? So you have 11 into 100 paise plus 30 paise. 11 rupees is 11 into 100 paise plus 30 paise, right? So that's what we are doing. X rupees here are equal to 100x paise and Y paise is Y paise. And what she gets is 11y paise plus X paise. So now what happens is, instead of this she gets this. So out of this amount which she actually gets, if she spends 50 paise, so this is the amount she will be left with, and this amount is 3 times as much the amount on the check. So this was the amount on check. So this amount left is 3 times the amount of check, which is 100x plus y. This is what Shailaja came, as in this is the amount that she wrote, but she gets this. Converting the amounts into paisa, so this is the amount written on the check, but this is the amount which she actually gets. So the amount which she gets minus the 50 paise for chocolates is 3 times the amount which was written on the check, right? Now let's solve this. So we have 100y plus x minus 50 is 300x plus 3y. So we have 300x minus x is 299x, 100y minus 3y is 97y, minus 50 goes that side, becomes plus 50. So y here comes out to be 299x plus 50 upon 97. Now x should be such that y should also come out to be an integer. The values of x and y should be such that both of them should be integers, because we are talking about rupees and paise, right? You come out to get 13 rupees 29 paise or whatever rupee and whatever paise it has to be integers, right? So x and y both here should be integers. Now let's look at it. This is 299, the denominator is 97. So let's try to simplify this RHS. So now a multiple of 97 just less than 299 is 291. So we can break 299x as 291x plus 8x plus 50 divided by 97. So why we are doing this, I'll come to it in a bit. So 291x upon 97 is effectively 3x, plus we have this whole thing 8x plus 50 by 97, right? Now since x and y both are integers, so left hand side here y is an integer, 3x is also an integer, right? So if both of these are integers, that means, so if the left hand side is an integer, the RHS should also be an integer, and if the sum of two numbers are integers, out of which 3x is already an integer, then 8x plus 50 should also definitely be an integer. That's why I was breaking it like this. LHS is an integer, so RHS should also be an integer. Now RHS is a sum of an integer, hence the second term should also be an integer. So we need to choose an option for which 8x plus 50 by 97 comes out to be an integer, right? So let's look at the first option here. First option here is over 13 rupees but less than 14 rupees. Okay. So if you have more than 13 rupees but less than, so what is this? So this is a statement about the check amount. So the check amount, option A says, is more than 13 rupees but less than 14 rupees. That means the check amount was for 13 point some rupees, 13 rupees and some paise, right? So this effectively means that the value of x is 13. Now if x is 13, so let's see if 8x plus 50 by 97 is an integer or not. So we have 8 into 13 plus 50 by 97. So 8 into 13 is 104 plus 50 is 154 by 97, not an integer, hence option A is rejected. Similarly, option B and C will also get rejected because this will not come out to be an integer. Option D will give us the check amount as 18 point some rupees, 18 point some paise, 18 rupees some paisa. So x is equal to 18 in option D. So let's check. 8 into 18 plus 50 upon 97. So 8 8s are 64. This is 144. 144 plus 50 is 194. 194 by 97 is an 2, which is an integer. Hence option D here is the right answer. So Shailaja came to get 18 rupees some paisa. And that some paisa, the value of y will be thrice of 18. Since x is 18, thrice of 18 plus this fraction which came out to be 2. So thrice of 18 is 54 plus 2 is 56. So Shailaja came to get 18 rupees 56 paise, which we can figure out from option D. So option D is correct about the check amount. Now remember, this is not the only possible value of the check amount. Since we have one equation and two variables, there will be a lot many values of x and y which will satisfy this condition, right? But we just have to figure out which of these 4-5 options is correct. Even option E will not give an integral value for this fraction. So out of the options, only fourth option D is correct, right? But anyways, we'll have multiple values of x and y possible. So option D is the correct answer here. Thank you.